When I was 6 years old, my favorite thing to do was draw. I spent so much time making really bad drawings that I normally either threw away right after finishing or made my family hang up on their fridges only for them to throw those away as I got older. There was one day where I kept drawing Sonic the Hedgehog over and over again, and I was getting self-conscious because I couldn't draw Sonic the Hedgehog better than this. I asked my dad how to do it, and since the man was probably tired of hearing his annoying son pester him with questions about how to draw stuff, he showed me how to use YouTube so I could ask it instead. Way to start me off young, I guess. I had been on YouTube many times before, but I never knew what it was called or how to get there myself, beyond just searching something on Google and hoping it would give me a video. Ever since my dad showed me how to find it myself, I've been hooked by the platform like a little blobfish. For years, I watched Let's Play YouTubers like Stampy Longnose, The Diamond Minecart, and a whole lot of other Minecraft YouTubers now that I'm thinking about it. Then, when nobody was supervising what I was watching, which was most of the time, I'd also put on channels that felt edgier to me like Markiplier, iHasCupquake, Kobanermoney456, Jacksepticeye, Cinnamon Toastkin, PewDiePie, and countless others that would take too long to list. When I was feeling really frisky, I'd even dare to put on something really bad like the Angry Video Game Nerd. That guy was almost as entertaining to 7-year-old me as he is to 17-year-old me. I felt so taboo watching such vulgar skits and reviews like his while turning the volume low and listening carefully to see if anyone was near to know what I was watching. Whenever I'd hear someone get near while I watched adult YouTubers, I'd immediately pause it. You know, as if I was doing something worth hiding. With hindsight, I know that it's not like anyone would have cared, but that just makes it even funnier. What made YouTube special to me was that it was almost entirely driven by independent creators that had a lot of creative freedom with the loose community guidelines at the time. It wasn't so sanitized and corporate-driven like higher budget media, and I'd argue that this still holds true even as the community guidelines have gotten stricter. There are notable exceptions, of course, and some of my favorite channels on the site are corporate or at least hire an editor or two, but this website allows for so much creative freedom compared to other mediums. Good luck getting monetized if Neil doesn't like you, though. Of course, I wasn't allowed to make an email, and I bricked my computer with viruses, so even ignoring my lack of any video production knowledge, I couldn't necessarily take advantage of this creative freedom for a while. I really wanted to, though, and just weeks before my 9th birthday, I convinced my dad and stepmom at the time to buy a camcorder and let me upload YouTube videos. I mainly watched Let's Play YouTubers at the time. Therefore, I wanted to make Let's Play videos so I could be just like the YouTubers I had fallen in love with. The first time I got a chance to record, I propped my camcorder up with some books, booted up Minecraft Xbox 360 edition, and started recording my first video.
Hello, this is Christopia's. I'm new to YouTube.
Yeah, no kidding, you egg. That night, I stayed up until past 2 a.m. with my stepmom on her laptop figuring out how to make my YouTube channel and then uploading the video. I settled on Christofia Gameplay for the YouTube channel after deciding on going by Christofia earlier that night. I thought that name was like the cool version of my name, Christopher. Anytime I told an adult that my YouTube name was Christofia, they always said something like, "Well, that sounds like a girl's name." Very epic transgender foreshadowing. I never made a part 2 to the Minecraft series despite me wanting to mirror Stampy's lovely world, but I did upload 2 other videos to the channel.
Today I am going to be playing Five Nights at Freddy's 2 on my mother. Yes, my stepmother is in here. My commentary.
I'm pretty sure she died of a drug overdose? My stepmother eventually left and got divorced with my dad, and since she owned the Christofia Gameplay account, I just simply could not upload for a while because I still didn't know how to make my own account. And since she's been dead for 6 years, it's probably safe to say that Christofia Gameplay is doomed to never receive any uploads again. But it's fine, because within a few months of her leaving, I learned how to make a Gmail account, and I was right on my way using my 4th gen iPod Touch to record and upload the videos to various channels such as Christofia Gaming, a name that sounded much more natural to me than Christofia Gameplay, Chris Does Stuff, Chris Plays Games, and other very inspired YouTube channel names that I'm forgetting. I'd show some footage of these videos, but unfortunately my perfectionism caused me to delete every video that I made from about age 10 to 12. I probably made hundreds of videos, but I was perfectly aware that they weren't exactly quality, so I'd impulsively decide I'm gonna make a new channel, but this time my videos will actually be good, then delete every video on whatever channel it was that time. I can say that during this period in time, I finally learned about screen and audio recording software though. My dad started dating his current fiancée, and when she moved in, she allowed me to use her laptop pretty much anytime she didn't need it. My early days making YouTube videos were subsidized by my stepmoms letting me use their laptop, and I wouldn't have it any other way. My stepmom's laptop was like a disgusting sprouting potato of a PC though, so my videos normally ended up looking something like this. This quality was honestly a downgrade from recording videos with an iPod Touch, even with its less than 10-minute battery life while not on the charger, but it was important in the long run for me to learn how to use this software. I mean, before I learned about OBS Studio, I thought Let's Play YouTubers recorded with really good cameras. I even remember speculating that they record their screen with a camera and then digitally redraw every frame of the game they're playing. Every individual frame, perfectly replicated at 30 to 60 frames per second. For Let's Play videos that were 20 minutes long and uploaded multiple times per day on some channels. To say the least, I used to really overestimate what humans are capable of doing. I also learned about Audacity at this time because I saw it in a YouTube video from the Roblox YouTuber Albert Stuff, now known as Flamingo. I thought it might have been a video recording software that was better for low-end PCs like mine. When I realized that Audacity only recorded audio, I felt disappointed and didn't use it for a while because I didn't see the point in a program that only recorded audio. But like, I'm literally recording this audio in Audacity right now. As long as I have any need to record audio, I never see myself having the audacity to stop using Audacity in at least part of my workflow. So it's probably good that I installed some software on my stepmom's laptop without actually knowing what it does. When I built my own computer at age 12, that was probably the first time I was able to record some actually good-looking footage. I didn't really understand how much hard drive space I was wasting by recording at such a high bit rate compared to what YouTube would compress it to, but it didn't really matter. With this fancy computer that I had just built for myself that could record the most gangster-looking footage ever, you'd assume that I definitely had to be like the best YouTuber of all time, right? Nope, not at all. At this point, I was uploading to a YouTube channel called Mr. Audiot because I tried to call myself an idiot once and then I mispronounced it. No matter what computer hardware I had, I was still just making low-effort, unedited Let's Play content like I had been for 3 years at this point, and just being really boring while I was at it because I just am not talented at improvisational speech in any way. I chose some examples of what I'm talking about, but you'll never guess what I did with the Mr. Audiot channel. Yep, I deleted it. Mr. Audiot was the last time I ever did this though. When I turned 13, I was finally old enough to make accounts without lying about my age, so I made a new account on everything so I could stop being a dirty liar that was definitely born in 1997. The new account I created for YouTube was initially called Foofer, but within a year or so I changed the name to Chris Coughs. For the sake of simplicity, I'll just call the channel Chris Coughs because you should always avoid alliteration. Chris Coughs is actually pretty easy to find on YouTube if you're interested. I wouldn't recommend it though because most of the content just isn't that good. I'd argue that Chris Coughs is where I made the most progress at being good at making videos nonetheless. On Chris Coughs, you'll find my first videos that are edited with more than the absolute bare minimum, and me experimenting with different forms of content than just Let's Play videos. There's still some Let's Plays and live streams on Chris Coughs, but you'll also find memes where I thought loud equals funny, weird experimental content like a 1-minute sitcom clip that was intentionally uncomfortably paced, music covers that were both intentionally and unintentionally bad, original songs that were poorly produced but do be kinda catchy though, a 10-minute guide on how to make ramen, foreshadowing of my current political beliefs, pouring water on my head, a pickup line that was engineered to be as uncomfortable as possible and make anyone who saw it think I was a freak, and commentary videos about YouTube drama. I really don't like that last category, because I personally look down on YouTube drama content as being useless, low-effort stains on the site. On top of that, I went out of my way to talk in a deep voice because I was starting to realize that I didn't feel masculine, like, at all, but I felt the need to overcompensate for my girlfriend at the time. Trauma dumping aside, my favorite videos on that entire channel, and the only ones I will revisit for more than just a quick laugh or cringe, are the last 2 videos on the channel before I created the gaming blob. They're about Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles, then Sonic Mania respectively. To me, these videos were like the culmination of everything I'd learned from school about writing essays with my 9th grade education, all of the editing I had learned from 3 years of making various content, and inspiration from watching channels like Some Call Me Johnny and Cybershell a whole lot that summer. The videos aren't perfect, and they were the first reviews I had ever written and edited, but I can look back at those videos, feel a bit proud of them, and even get sucked in a little bit while watching my own content. I remember the genuine pride and love I felt after finishing those videos. The one that's around 40 minutes long took over a month to make, but the passion from feeling like all of it had paid off to make a good video was intoxicating. This feeling still carries true every time I finish a review for the channel this video is uploaded to, the Gaming Blob. I originally started the Gaming Blob because I didn't like how much Chris Coughs was associated with my face, plus my life in general, and I wanted to separate myself from the laundry list of content I just wasn't proud of. But I guess that didn't really last long, because here I am spilling my guts on Twitter, uploading one of the most personal videos I've ever made, and feeling completely embarrassed by my stupid mimicry of Video Game Donkey's format in the second video I ever uploaded to the channel. The main thing I can learn from my YouTube journey so far is that creating garbage that you hate down the line is inevitable when you're an amateur child making videos in your room then uploading them for the whole world to see. Trying to burn that garbage and preventing any from slipping through the cracks will just slow down any fun, progress, and experimentation and make you tread through heaps of trash only for you to get nothing done because you ignore the gems in plain view.